Hi Gemini, welcome to my channel Live, Life, and Tarot. Gemini, we're going to take a look at your daily forecast for February 1st, 2019. We're going to take a look at what's coming towards you that you need to know about in your work, home, money, relationship, and what your focus and theme is. Gemini, this message is for all Gemini Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter sign. I've already shuffled the cards and laid out the spread, so let's dive right in. Gemini. So Gemini, the overall energy that is your focus and your theme is you have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is fire energy. He's the master of his suit. He is great at going after what he wants, getting what he wants. He knows what he wants. He's very decisive. He takes action. So I feel many of you Gemini are focused on going after the things that you want. You are planning. You are some of you are enlisting others to help with whatever you've set your sights on. For others of you, some of you are having trouble doing these things and need to enlist some help to assist you in what you're working on, what you're trying to achieve, what you're trying to build, what you have your sights set on, what your focus is. Others of you are being like a drill sergeant, like an asshole with what it is that you're working on or dealing with. And it's because you have a laser focus and you have zero tolerance. You're on a schedule. You like things a certain way. And you are not putting up with anybody's shit, and you're not going to have any shit going on with what you're trying to do. With that King of Wands, you have the King of Swords, yeah. So you are taking action here, and you're being very logical, very methodical. You're being very intelligent, and you're being you're detached from your emotions. You're trying to build something. You're trying to do something. You're trying to arrange something, and you are the one that's in control of it. You're the one that's managing it. You are the one that's planning it. You're the one that's implementing the plan, and you're the one that's in control of it. Others of you, you're being controlling with what it is you're working on or doing. You're being very cold, and you're being, I want to say, it's more than you being very sarcastic. Okay, you cutting people off, and you are not budging. You are staying on course, and you're not letting anyone derail your plans and what you are. You have a vision, and you're not letting anybody fuck with your vision. And so whether you're right or wrong, you really don't care. You have the way forward, and you're doing that, and whoever's involved is doing that too, one way or another, and that's it. Now in your work, Gemini, you have this Nine of Swords. This is air energy. You've been doing a lot of thinking. You've also been doing a lot of talking, Gemini. And you've been having some worries about whatever it is that you are working on, strategizing, bringing together, going after, planning, and carrying out those plans are. There's been a lot of worries and concerns. Some of you may be having trouble sleeping, but as it has to do with work, some of you have some worries and concerns around work. And those worries and concerns, for some of you, they are real concerns and worries. For others of you, you're just in your head about work. With that Nine of Swords, you have Temperance. So with Temperance, this is a major arcana. This is fire energy. With Temperance, some of you are dealing with the Sagittarius. Temperance is about balance, being patient. So I feel for some of you, there's a lot of worry and concern because there's something you need to balance. There's something you need to take action on, and you need to take the right action on it. For others of you, you are able to come out of your worries or fears as it has to do with work, because you are able to balance what needs to be taken care of or balanced. Others of you, you are able to be patient in the situation, take the right course of action to resolve this concern or worry. Others of you are being impatient. Some of you feel that you're being controlled, or that you need to control something or manage or have the authority over something. Others of you, you are doing the controlling at work, and some of you are doing it to achieve balance. Others of you think you're achieving balance and you're actually not. It's becoming more imbalanced. Some of you are being over-controlled at work, or you are doing the over-controlling. Many of you have solved the concerns and fears around your work because you have managed to temper the situation. In your home environment, you have the Chariot. This is water energy, but it's a major arcana. With the Chariot, some of you are dealing with a Cancer. With the Chariot, there's forward movement in your home. You are experiencing victory. You are steering things the way you want them to go in your home environment. You have control of what's going on in your home environment. And you're having forward movement. For others of you, there's a lack of control. You need to take control of a situation. You have lost control of a situation in your home. There's a lack of victory in your home. With the Chariot in your home, you have the Three of Wands. So some of you, with this Three of Wands being a fire energy, and threes almost always talks about the involvement of others. So as it has to do with your home environment here, Gemini, you are having forward movement with your plans, and you're seeing progress. You're seeing your ships come in. And these plans and progress, this victory, this ability to control and move forward and have forward movement in your home is because of not only your plans and actions and what you implement, but also how it involves others partaking in that plan and action, and everyone's doing their part, and things are coming together very well and working out for you and working out for your home. And so you are seeing things ignite in a way that probably hasn't for a little while. I feel that there's some real improvement here, and especially as it has to do around your relationship. Something was out of control in your relationship. Something wasn't working. I feel that there was a problem with intimacy and sex and romance. I think that there was no fire burning, or there was an issue with some sort of medically associated, where there was a lack of sex that needed medical attention. I think that attention is occurring for some of you. Some of you need to do this. And this is either for you or who you're dealing with. But for many of you now, the flame is lit and it is game on. For others of you, you're still trying to figure out how to get things to come together, how to work it out, and how to get the passion back in your relationship. In your money and finances, oops, excuse me, I dropped my bell. So, What's getting dropped, Gemini? What's getting dropped? I just dropped my bell. What's getting dropped in your world? You have the Emperor around your money and finances, Gemini. This here is fire energy. It's a major arcana with the Emperor. Also, some of you are dealing with someone who is an Aries sign. With the Emperor here in your money and finances, many of you are managing your money and finances, and you are paying attention. You are balancing your money and finances and how it's coming in and how it's going out, what you're spending it on. You're creating a budget. You're having good control over your money and finances. You are applying the right actions. You're balancing it well. And so for others of you, you are either over controlling with the money and finances, or you need to take control over the money and finances because it needs to be balanced, or something is out of balance with that money and finances, and you're not experiencing the victory you thought. Others of you, your money is being controlled, and this is why you're having worries and fears. And that money being controlled is being controlled through your work. For some of you, it's because of some sort of a garnishment or some sort of debt that is coming out from your pay at work, or something that you have. Some of you have taken out a loan against something attached with your work, and now it's time to pay that back, and there's concerns around that because now you have to adjust your spending and what you were accustomed to having available to you as for money due to this. Others of you, this is over. What you have, you've paid that loan back. You no longer are responsible for that. So the concern is relieved, and you brought it under balance, and now you are in full control and management of your money and finances. With the Emperor, you have the Knight of Coins. The Knight of Coins is an earth energy. Knights bring events. Many of you are doing very well at managing your money with this Knight of Pentacles. You have been very methodical, strategic. You created a budget. You've stuck to the budget. You're keeping a budget. You're keeping account of your monies, what's coming in, what's going out. You're cutting out what doesn't need to happen with spending money. You're being frugal with your money. Some of you are seeing an increase in your finances. Others of you, there's a problem with your money and finances. Something that was coming in or that you were expecting to come in for you around your money and finances is out of your control, and you're not receiving it. And so this is causing you worry because now you don't know how to balance your money and situation as a result of this. Some of you will adapt to that change and do what you need to do to be able to offset what is happening with your money and finances at this time that you can do nothing about. In your relationships, you have the Two of Cups. So I feel that there is, with this Two of Cups, well, first of all, it's water energy. It's about emotions and feelings. So I feel that in relationships, there are partnerships forming. There are agreements being made. There is emotional healing and balance occurring in the relationships. For others of you, and I'm also picking up, some of you are being more committed in your relationships, or being more committed to, and it's being done mutually. It has to do with your relationships and love. Others of you, there is a lack of commitment, a lack of coming together, a lack of partnership, a lack of healing in a relationship or friendship or love. With the Two of Cups, you have the Five of Coins, Gemini. And so The Five of Coins is earth energy, and fives also mean that there's difficult energy, but fives also mean change. I feel for you, Gemini, that some of you are recovering from difficulties in your relationship. You're recovering from the problems in your relationship, how you were treating each other, how you were being intimate with one another. I feel that for some of you, you're recovering from the lack of intimacy and sex, because whatever was going on, or has been going on sexually, there's been a problem, is being addressed by a physician, or there's something that new spark has been jolted in a relationship to give it a heartbeat again. And so now there is a change occurring where you and who you're dealing with are now renewing that love, being more loving, and having forward movement. Some of you have had to address some worries or concerns, and really have to had to have that conversation, and to really be determined on being responsible for your actions, and responsible towards each other, and managing your relationship better, and steering it so that it can improve. For others of you, there's a lack of recovery, or you feel experiencing lack in a relationship because you're not getting what you want from the relationship, or who you're dealing with is not getting what they want from that relationship. There is some over controlling happening, or a lack of managing the relationship, a lack of taking responsibility, a lack of facing the issues in the relationship, a lack of putting in the actions to balance the situation. Some of you are just, you're not working together you're not planning and moving forward with your plans, because somebody is being too cold and detached from their feelings, while the other person may have too much passion about a situation and may be codependent. I feel that's happening. And so it's making it difficult, or you're at a difficult time with the relationship, and it's not as loving or as it once was, where it was balanced. And there was some of you, this is either you or who you're dealing with, there's no more fire in the relationship. Like, it's a dud at this time. Others of you, you found that spark, you've relit the flame in your love relationship, and it's game on. Okay, you were mature about it. You talked about it logically. You got it all out, and then you both agreed to take action so that you can, kill that shit with them worries and fears, and you did this to me, and you didn't do this to me, and we need this and you need that. There was a mutual approach towards working this shit out, and and it's happening now for some of you. Others of you, not so much. These are the messages that I have for you, Gemini. I hope they help. Bye.